So let's say we have the condensed form, which is scientific notation, of 3.76 times 10 to the third power. So what this equals to, well, let's just examine this 10 to the third. Anytime we have an exponent, the exponent is stating that we should multiply this base number by this number of times, 3, right? This number of times. So the base number is multiplied by this number of times, the exponent. So 10 times 10 times 10 in this case is equal to 10 to the third. Because it's saying, well, take 10 and multiply by 10, multiply by 10. And we're going to multiply 10 3 times. And this 3x, this 3, is the exponent. It's this exponent. Yeah. Okay. So 3.76 times 10 to the third is scientific notation, right? And this equals to 3.76 times 10 times 10 times 10, right? Okay. So 10 times 10 equals what? 100, right? And then there's a third 10, right? So 100 times 10 is equal to 1,000. And so if 1,000 is equal to 10 times 10 times 10, and 10 times 10 times 10 is equal to 10 to the third, then we can say 3.76 times 1,000. And 3.76 times 1,000 just equals 3,760. And the reason why it equals 3,760 is because we have 3.76, and we move the decimal point over 3 times since we have 3 zeros here. So then we add a 0 in this trough, right? So this is 3,760. So basically, 3.76 times 10 to the third is equal to 3.76 times 10 times 10 times 10. And this is equal to 3.76 times 1,000, which is equal to 3,760. So yeah, that's pretty much it. So let's talk about negative exponents in scientific notation. So we have 3.76 times 10 to the negative third. So what this equals to is we're still multiplying 10 by 3 times. So 10 times 10 times 10. The negative is signaling for us to put these 10s in the denominator. And then up here we have the numerator, right? And what's going in the numerator is this 3.76. Okay. So 3.76 times 10 to the negative third is equal to 3.76 divided by 10 to the third. Okay? And this also equals to 3.76 divided by 10 times 10 times 10. 10 times 10 times 10 equals 1,000. So it's really just 3.76 divided by 1,000. And anytime we have zeros in the denominator, we move this decimal point to the left. And it makes intuitive sense that we would move it to the left because we're reducing this number even more. We're dividing it by 1,000, right? This is 1,000 divided by 3.76. So it's going to be a small number. It's going to be this, right? And I'll show you. So we have 3.76 times 10 to the negative third. Move it over 3 times because we have 3 zeros. Or you can look at this exponent and say, okay, move it over 3 times. There's a negative, so we're moving to the left. So 1, 2, I'm sorry, that was really bad. 1, 2, 3. Decimal here, 0 in all the troughs, and then you can put a 0 in front. So it's 0.00376. And we still have 3 sig figs, by the way, because these leading zeros are still insignificant. So that's it for this